Hello, welcome to Golden Table Tennis, where we talk about table tennis, analyze players, and make match predictions. Today, we are going to explore whether WTT will finally switch the camera angle from the side angle to the 45-degree angle. This is my third time discussing camera angles on this channel. However, unlike previous videos where I focus on the negatives of the side angle, this time we will concentrate on the 45-degree angle. We'll cover why it might be better, the pros and cons, and the challenges faced by WTT in adopting this seemingly better angle. Without further ado, let's begin. First things first. Is it really that hard for WTT to change the angle? So many people complain about the angle, and it is very obvious that the people who dislike the angle heavily outweighs the people who like it. So why can't they just listen to fans and change the angle? Well, things may not be as simple as they seem. While WTT has never officially explained why they use that angle or why they don't change it, it has become very clear that it is because of sponsors. A common criticism is that WTT prioritizes sponsors and making money over the fans, taking us viewers for granted. However, I have to be fair and stand with WTT on this matter, as I understand they definitely have their own concerns. In business, it is essential for both parties to agree on terms and conditions before proceeding with any actions. These terms and conditions must be documented in a contract, which must be mutually agreed upon and signed by both parties. Once this contract is established, both parties are legally obliged to adhere to its terms and conditions until the contract expires and cannot change them as they like. This ensures that there are no conflicts of interest and that the rights of both parties are protected. If the terms specify that the side angle camera must be the default view, altering it could constitute a breach of contract, potentially resulting in fines and legal actions. The duration of contract can vary. Typically, a short-term contract lasts about 5 years, while a long-term contracts can extend to 10 years or more. I am not sure about the specific contract length signed by WTT. If it is a short-term contract, it may be ending soon, allowing WTT to renegotiate the terms and conditions with their sponsors. This could include improvements such as changing the camera angles to the 45-degree angle to enhance viewing experience. However, if WTT is bound by a long-term contract, we may have to continue with the current side angle view until the contract expires. In that case, there would be limited options for immediate changes. I believe that WTT has heard our voices and is doing their best to provide the best viewing experience. They have shifted most of the camera angles to the 45-degree angle, whereas previously, all angles were from the side. Currently, only Table 1 or the Infinity Arena retains the side angle because it is used for official broadcast. They have also introduced a multi-cam option like in the Singapore Smash 2024, allowing viewers to choose their preferred camera angle without displeasing sponsors. This also proves that more viewers dislike the side angle than favor it. If the majority preferred the side angle, WTT wouldn't have needed to change it at all. In fact, WTT may regret the initial decision to use the side angle, as they now face significant public dissatisfaction and can't easily change it due to contractual obligations. You see, the tables where WTT decided to use the 45-degree angle are tables where there is no official televised broadcast. For feeders and contenders, all the matches would not be aired live on TV, and the only place where you can watch the matches is via YouTube. For star contenders and Smash, only Infinity Arena will be broadcast live on television across the globe. For other tables, you can only watch through YouTube. Since the champions only have one table, the Infinity Arena, there is no other table showing a different angle. It's clear that these matches are not intended for television broadcasting. How do I know? Well, it is quite obvious. Firstly, there are no commentators presented in these matches. Secondly, there are no advertisements on the court floor. Just take a look at the floor. It is completely empty with no logos. Why is this? Because there is no need to place ads on courts that aren't even being broadcasted. Additionally, these live streams are very casual. The camera is fixed in one position and there are no extra cameras providing different views of the arena. Unlike what we see with professional broadcasts like those from the Infinity Arena, this setup is very amateurish and falls short on standards expected in an official broadcast. But on the bright side, because it is not an official broadcast, there will be no conflict of interest with the sponsors. Therefore, WTT can use whatever angle they feel it is best for viewing experience, and in this case, they chose to listen to our feedback and apply the 45-degree angle. Not only have they changed the camera angles for the other tables to the 45-degree angle, they now also show us replays of table 1 matches on the 45-degree angle. Occasionally, they will also show 1 or 2 points on the 45-degree angle on official broadcasts, but of course, sponsors will not be happy if too many points are being shown on a different angle that doesn't favor a clear view of their logos, so they cannot use it all the time. But it is another sign that WTT is doing the best they can to provide us with the best quality angle. So I am very confident that WTT will want to change the camera angle as soon as the old contract expires. It is in their best interest to do so if they want to keep their audiences loyal to them. But even if they decided to do so, how are they going to do it? Will there be any challenges? Of course there will be. First of all, they will need to redesign the arenas. The old camera setup is specifically designed to accommodate the side angle, including the placement of ads on the floor and the background titles and branding. As a commercial entity, WTT definitely needs to showcase their sponsors. But the question is, can we optimize the design in a way that both highlights the sponsors' ads and enhance the viewer's experience? Well, we can actually refer to the angle of the WTT contender Taiyuan. With that setting, we can see the huge logo and title of WTT at the back. This also makes the court look very stylish. However, I think this angle is a little bit too low for an official broadcast. The optimal height is probably the one from the World Team Championships and the World Table Tennis Championships. I think the height for those two events is perfect for live broadcast, and it is also the best 45-degree angle in my opinion. However, with that setting, it would not be possible to show the background logo. The angle from the Saudi Smash is able to show the background titles, but for me, I think the angle is a little bit far. Also, I think it is very hard to see the sponsors from this angle, don't you think? So I don't think WTT would opt for this angle either. I think there will have to be some sacrifices. It's clear that we cannot accommodate both the ideal viewing angle and sponsor visibility, so WTT has to prioritize one. I believe they will definitely prioritize the sponsors. While not all tournaments feature the background title, every tournament definitely displays the sponsors on the floor. Therefore, at this moment, I think WTT would very likely choose the angle shown on the screen right now. These are the angles from the World Championships. And speaking of the World Championships, I think WTT has officially found the perfect 45 angle for audiences and at the same time showcase ads the best, don't you think? In fact, they have been using it very often in the World Championships. Not like just 1 or 2 points, but I think 1/3 of the points in the matches were broadcast on the 45-degree angle. Maybe they are trying to test the waters? I'm not sure. What do you guys think? With this setting, all they have to do is to tilt the sponsor slightly so that it faces directly at the camera like this. I think with this setting, a lot of sponsors can be showed also. I mean, if we compare here, we can see 17 ads, while the side shows 15 ads. And with the 45 angle, we can show even more ads. But ultimately, we'll leave the decision to WTT since they have a team of skilled designers and professionals who are much more experienced than me. I'm just here to offer suggestions. Alright, assuming that WTT has found the perfect angle to set as the default broadcast, will all problems finally be solved? Absolutely not. In fact, the 45-degree angle introduces problems that both the back angle and the side angle do not face, particularly regarding the handedness of the players, which can affect whether or not the ball is blocked from view. With the side angle, this problem doesn't exist. Regardless of which hand the players use to play table tennis or where they stand, the ball remains visible. For the back angle, the blockage is due to the player's body rather than their handedness. It doesn't matter which player is standing where. There will always be some view obstruction, but it is not significantly different. However, with the 45-degree angle, having the wrong player on the wrong side can severely restrict our view of the ball. This angle can cause substantial visibility issues depending on the player positioning, which can negatively impact the viewing experience. The current 45-degree angle that WTT prefers places the camera on the right corner of the table. This angle works best when two right-handers are playing, as the view restriction is minimal. Right-handers typically serve and receive from the left side of the table, so using this angle is logical since majority of players are right-handed. However, the problem arises when a left-hander is involved. If the left-hander stands at the far end of the table, the viewing experience remains good, but if the left-hander stands closer to the camera, they will block the view of the ball. The situation becomes even worse if both players are left-handers, as regardless of how they switch sides, the ball will always be obscured from view. Vice versa, if they use the camera on the left corner of the table, this angle is good for two left-handers. Okay if the right-hander stands at the far end, and bad if the right-hander stands on the side closer to the camera. Even worse with both right-handed players. Not only that, the players' positions are heavily dependent on the coin toss and their decision on which side of the table to stand afterwards. If a left-hander wins the toss and decides to stand on the far end first, it is still fine. But if they choose to stand on the side closer to the camera first, and assuming it is a 3-0 match, the left-hander would be on the closer side in Game 1, the further side in Game 2, and the closer side again in Game 3. This means that more than half of the match, we would have a restricted view. Can this be solved? Well, of course. WTT has many cameras as shown on their live broadcast. They are always able to provide us with multiple angles for us to watch the point. Certainly, they can provide both the camera on the right corner and the left corner in one match. They only have to find a technician on set to constantly alter the camera angle between points. I don't think that is very difficult to do. However, adopting the 45-degree angle raises issues regarding standardization. I don't think any other sport in the world alternates camera angles multiple times during a match. Whether it is a racket sport or a non-racket sport, all sports seem to have a very standardized broadcasting approach, only showing different angles during replays. Additionally, changing the angle would impact sponsor visibility. If the court design initially accommodates the right angle camera angle, all the sponsors' ad would be oriented towards that camera. Switching to the left corner angle would make the ads appear upside down, which would not please the sponsors. This creates a clear conflict of interest. Therefore, I don't think WTT would pursue this, even though it is not a technically challenging action. Considering the problems mentioned above, such as the restricted view for a significant portion of the matches, would viewers really be okay with watching the match on a block angle for more than half of the match, just for the sake of one good angle where view is not being blocked? Ultimately, this is up to you to decide. Speaking about standardization, if WTT were to opt for the 45-degree angle in the future, table tennis would become the first sport in the world to adopt this angle as the default view. Other sports today either use a back angle, such as badminton, tennis or squash, or a side angle like volleyball, basketball or swimming. I don't recall any other sports that use a 45-degree angle as the main viewing angle. Most 45-degree angles are used in casual or private recordings, not in official broadcasts. If WTT decides to implement this, they will be the pioneers, which may spark further discussion on the considerations in the sports broadcasting community. All in all, the 45-degree angle will have its own sets of problems that other angles might not have. I believe even after WTT changes the angle, there will be people who dislike it. For example, some people prefer the current side angle. Don't get me wrong, there are genuinely people who enjoy the side angle more than the back angle. From their perspective, the side angle showcases the speed of the ball and allows a clearer view of backhands. They also get to see the players' faces rather than just seeing their backs half of the time with the back angle. In fact, people who like the side angle often find the back angle to be the worst option, so you cannot please everyone. In conclusion, the debate over changing WTT's camera angle from the side view to a 45-degree angle is multifaceted, involving viewer preferences, sponsorship obligations, and technical challenges. While many fans advocate for the 45-degree angle due to its potential benefits in visibility and viewers' experience, the current setup also serves strategic purposes in sponsor visibility and broadcast standards. Looking ahead, WTT faces significant decisions in balancing these considerations. As discussions continue, it will be crucial for them to navigate the complexities of arena redesign, technical adjustments, and stakeholder interests. Ultimately, The evolution of camera angles in table tennis broadcast not only impacts viewer enjoyment, but also sets potential precedents in sports broadcasting. I have come to the end of today's video. What do you guys think? Do you think WTT will change the angle very soon? Do you believe the benefits outweighs the challenges? Would you guys be satisfied if WTT really does so? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. We can discuss this together. With that, I would like to conclude today's video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.